दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो तव कृपा बले पाई चैतन्य निताय आहा स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट्ट जुगा श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ भट्ट दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो रामचंद्र संग मगे नरोत्तम दास राम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 लाउडर प्लीज एवरीवन हरि नाम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Dayakara Mare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Tama bina ke dayalo Jagat samsare Tama Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jai Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Nadia Bihari, Gaura Hari, Nadia Mayapura Chandra, Gaura Hari. Kali Yuga Avatari, Gaura Hari. Kali Malahari, Gaura Hari. Nitayira Pranadhana, Gaura Hari. Nitayira Patita Pavana, Gaura Hari. Gara Gara Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hariba 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 Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Hariba एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री काशीश्वर पंडित की श्री भूगर्भ गोस्वामी की Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our afternoon discussion. We'll discuss from Chaitanya Charitamrita. But before that, today is the auspicious appearance day of Srila Bhugarbha Goswami and Srila Kashishwar Pandit. Just a bit about them. When we chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda mainly refers to the six Goswamis: Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Sanatana Goswami, Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Shri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Jiva Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. But it also refers to other Parshas, the associates of the Lord. So Bhugarbha Goswami was somewhat senior to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was a friend of Lokanath Goswami. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Lokanath Goswami to Vrindavan Dham, saying that I will need your help when I come there. So he went, and he was the one who found out the holy places along with Bhugarbha Goswami. So they would call to the different vanas, different forests. Bhandirvan. So Bhandirvan would guide. I'm here. Lokanath, come this side. this side. So then you would locate, okay, this is Bhandirvan now. Because all are jungles, how will you know? All trees after trees only. There is no border, nothing there, no fencing. So difficult to make out. So they were the ones who found out. His name Bhugarbha suggests Bhu Garbha. In the embryo, in the womb of earth, he would go and sit and meditate. In the premises of Shri Radha Damodar temple in Shri Vrindavan Dham, when we are doing Pradakshina, parikrama of the entire temple premise, inside only. So at one corner, we have Bhugarbha Goswami's Samadhi. His place where he would reside. How many of you remember or have seen? All have not seen. If you know Rupa Goswami and Rupa Goswami Bhajan Kotir and Samadhi, how many of you seen? Yeah, so if they are facing each other, the other end is the Bhugarbha Goswami's, that Bhugarbha inside. It is Samadhi, the Samadhi also. Okay, so that's where he would do bhajan also, and Samadhi also it seems to be made there. That is about Bhugarbha Goswami. And then Kashishwar Pandit was the servant of or disciple of Srila Ishwar Puri. When Ishwar Puri left for spiritual world, he instructed both this one Govinda and Kashishwar Pandit that go and serve your God brother Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Kashishwar Pandit left for pilgrimage. So he reached late. First Ishwar Puri, so first Govinda reached. But then Kashishwar Pandit soon joined, and his service was mainly to kind of create space for Lord. Because when Lord would be dancing, everybody would gather around and they would come very close. Then Mahaprabhu will not be able to dance. So he would be the one, Haribol, please give way, like that. He was very tall and very hefty, very powerful. So seeing him only, devotee will go outside and then Mahaprabhu would get enough space. So he served, and eventually when Rupa Goswami was in Vrindavan, this is in Jagannath Puri, but when Rupa Goswami was in Vrindavan on the mission that was set by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he eventually found Govindji. Govindji was established, but then a lot of time of Rupa Goswami was going in worshipping, serving Govindji only. Very extensively he would serve, though means were hardly any. That time this temple was not there. Just a temporary, some kind of temple was built there only on that premise, Gomati Tila, that place. So then he wrote a letter to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Mahaprabhu, I have found Govindji and all my time is going in worshipping Govindev. So I am not knowing how to accomplish the other things that you told me, writing books and executing other holy places. So I'm kind of in a dilemma. So then Mahaprabhu instructed Kashishwar Pandit, you please go to Vrindavan and assist Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in serving Govindev. Kashishwar was taken aback. He was shocked. How can I leave your association, O Lord? Please don't tell me to go. But then Mahaprabhu said, no, you have to go. So he said, okay, understood. You feel separation from me. So Mahaprabhu gave his own deity, Gaurang Mahaprabhu, to him and said, you can establish him next to Govindev and worship this deity along with Govinda, and you will not feel my separation. So then Kashishwar Pandit agreed. Then he came from Jagannath Puri to Sri Vrindavan Dham in Govindev temple, and the deity was established. He was worshipping Gaurang Mahaprabhu, and he served there for all this time. So that is Kashishwar Pandit. Srila Bhagavad Goswami ki jai, Srila Kashishwar Pandit ki jai. So we are going to discuss from the Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, 20th chapter. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami in the science of the absolute truth. First 15 verses talk about Sanatana Goswami escaping from jail. You all know Sanatana Goswami. He was born in a Saraswat Brahmin family. Their ancestors were from Karnataka, but 7 generations back they had moved to East Bengal and then eventually West Bengal, and they were there as the sons of Kumar Dev and Padmavati or some Mataji's name. So then there were several brothers, Santosh, Amar, Anupam. They were very qualified, very beautiful, very learned, highly influential, very much adored, respected by Hindus. Somebody told Nawab Hussain Shah that if only you make them under you, serving under you, it will be very easy to control over Hindus. He then sent message and they came and then he threatened them. If you don't become my servants, prime minister, posts were big, prime minister, finance minister. Then if you don't, then I will kill the Hindus, destroy the temples. They had no other option. They were converted to Islam also. Dabir Khan Sakarmalli, Sanatana Goswami was Sakarmalli, and he was serving as finance minister. Eventually, when they met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Ramkeli, then eventually Rupa Goswami escaped. Then Sanatana Goswami took sick leave. Then, that will come all here. I was telling the background, but I think we are getting into foreground. So maybe we'll see here what it is. Because the escape of Sanatana Goswami will be explained. The first verse of any chapter of Madhya Lila is in Sanskrit, and that explains the whole chapter in brief, in summary. And then second verse is generally Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Then third or fourth onwards, the story begins, the chapter begins. So please repeat the first verse. Vande Anantad Bhutataishwarya. Vande Anantad Adbhutaishwaryam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhum Nicho api yat prasadat syad Bhakti Shastra Pravartakaha. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has unlimited wonderful opulences. By his mercy, even a person born as the lowest of men can spread the science of devotional service. Nicho api yat prasadat. Yat prasadat, by his mercy. Nicho api, even if one is very low born. So one should think that I am very low born. So some of us may be born in Brahmin family. I don't know whether some Kshatriyas. And Vaishya is also okay. These are all Dvijas, twice born. Shudras are not twice born. We may be born in some called high family, but one should not carry any pride from that. Because Janma Ishwara Shruta Shribi Yadamana Madapumam Nayo Arhati Abhidatumve Tam Akinchana Gocharam. Krishna is the property of those who are materially impoverished. We may be materially impoverished, or at least one should think that I am not having any qualification. Otherwise, this high birth, wealth, beauty, and intelligence will lead to pride. And then one cannot feelingly call out, Hey Krishna, Hey Govind, the way Draupadi cried out, because everything that she had was stripped away from her. Her husbands who were very powerful, each one became slave, they lost themselves. The kingdom was taken, the wealth was taken, and now her, her sari and her, prized possession of a woman, her chastity is being stripped off by they pulling her sari. So she had no other course of action left than to raise her hands and call out to Krishna. Like that one chants, then one will be able to chant properly. To the degree one is humble, to that degree only one will be able to successfully chant. And to the degree pride is there in the heart. If you have 1% of pride in your heart, only 99% of success in chanting, 1% failure for sure. And if 99% of pride is there, then 99% of failure in chanting. Miserably, one will fail. Because pride means I am very great. And Krishna is not there or doesn't have any qualification. I am more qualified than Krishna. So it is a demoniac nature. It's a demoniac quality. And then any demon who confronted Krishna was thoroughly defeated and destroyed also, as we find in Vrindavan or anywhere else. So to the degree demoniac qualities are there in our heart, to that degree we will be smashed in chanting. Because it's Krishna is appeared in the form of holy name, and we are one-on-one fighting with Krishna. Fighting because of our anartha. We think very high of ourselves. Then Krishna will smash us. Where is the question of our winning, defeating Krishna and successful? No question. Will be smashed thoroughly. So no matter how much ever we are accomplished in other fields of devotional activity, devotional service, it is one field which is nobody can win over without the grace of the Lord, without absolute unconditional humility. It's just not possible. In fact, we are very fortunate. We are discussing about Sanatan Goswami. All these teachings Prabhu will impart. They are to Sanatan Goswami, who is epitome of humility. Both Rupa and Sanatan, both are considered to be epitome of humility. But in the two also, Sanatan Goswami is exclusively the one who is most glorified for being the epitome of humility, and there are instances of that that are revealed in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So one cannot afford to be proud. One should be humble. One certainly does learn these concepts, like yesterday Prabhu was telling in the Bhagavatam class, I'm your humble servant, I'm very fallen. We say that, but we don't mean it. Internally there is pride that I know so much. I know better than these devotees. At least better than these devotees. I'm better. One will have a group, and that's where one will feel I'm better than these devotees. At least in this field, in that field, or in all fields, or in many fields. All this is illusion. This is all ignorance. If only one approaches spiritual master will tell us how fallen, lowly you are. Dambham mahadupasaya. The false pride is destroyed when we serve great souls. That's why one should serve great souls. Then one will be smashed. One's false ego will be smashed. Just by being in front of them also, we'll feel very humble like that, because they're very humble. Now all our pride melts there. Recently in Yatra, because earlier we as youngsters we would be rushing behind Maharaj in Yatra. We would go with him for morning visits also. Nowadays he doesn't go for morning visits. But then we would be rushing and we would be very close to him. Sit as close to him as possible in the class. And same thing for Japa also. So I had been competing like anything, and more or less we would defeat everyone because we were young boys, 18, 19, 20-year-old. It was very easy. Sometimes Maharaj made a remark also that please be careful, take care of elderly Vaishnavas and give them seat to sit and like that. So, but then nowadays, now we are not so young, and a lot of competition goes on. You can see in that Yani Kani doesn't even begin and cut so many devotees. I first 1 or 2 days I was shocked on there. How will I complete my pradakshina? I am highly sinful without completing circumambulation. All my paps they will not go away. So then I went to the next Tulsi in Pandal like that. So I don't know which day, third or fourth day, something like second, third day. I was thinking this competition I cannot enter now. Long back I have competed and had been highly successful. That was long before young days. Now in this age, and I nor do I know whether it's proper or not, whether I will be setting proper example by doing all that. I can push aside others, but may not be looking good. Though there were some seniors who could do that successfully daily, but I sat away. Arashambur was also sitting far away. So then I was chanting and I saw Maharaj came, and then immediately again there what you call again realignment. Earlier they have already set in the field, but then when he sat, then again devotees take their positions in appropriate way, strategic position to be able to see him or to be close to him, behind him, left to him, right to him, like that. So I was sitting behind and a thought was coming, oh Krishna, I will not get association of spiritual master so closely. But then Vani is more important, I was thinking. And that thought came, that famous famous statement of Prabhupada in the purport, the conversation between Kardam Muni and Swayambhu Manu, that the favor of the spiritual master is obtained through no other part of the body but the ears. That means the lotus leaves of the spiritual master, he will speak Katha, Kirtan, and disciples with 2 ears should hear. So I thought this is proper. So my spiritual master wants me to hear, chant properly and hear attentively. So I will try this. So that was very intense thought that day for a few minutes at least. So by Lord's grace, that day when I was going for, I think, morning, yeah, I don't remember which day. I think that was the proper disappearance day. Which day was that? 20? 26th? 5th? 25th? 25th, I think, yeah, 5th day or 6th day. So then I was going for prasadam from the room, and as I was about to go from staircase, immediately Maharaj came after the function in the what do you call pandal. He came there and I was stunned because the passage was small on the staircase. Then I wanted to pay obeisance, but I thought, okay, let me stand here only, let him pass by. So then he saw I am there and nobody's there. Maharaj's strategy I have understood. If nobody is there, he will deal with you and a very loving means he's loving only, but he will, but if somebody else is there, then he will not, because if he embraces you or does anything, then other will feel, Arey, only he, and what about me? I am also your disciple, something like that. So he found there are no one there and I was alone. So immediately then he smiled at me and he was coming in. So he patted on my left shoulder, smiling. Hari bol. But then again, I reminded myself, hey, morning only you said so much. The favor of the spiritual master is obtained through no other part of the body but the ears. Again, you are becoming emotional, and also then I again reconciled. But anyway, it was very amazing. Spiritual master knows this fellow is feeling himself very poor and left out. So I will better show him some mercy, like that. So it was amazing. So what was the earlier part? So we should feel ourselves very lowly. This is a success in life. How much you can feel yourself lowly, that much you will be successful in spiritual life. Means there is no reason required for feeling lowly. I am lowly. What is missing is not lowliness. What is missing is knowledge. That's it. And what is abundantly available is ignorance. That's it. Abundance of ignorance. That's why I feel I'm very great, or at least somewhat great, at least greater than 1 or 2 devotees of 10, 15 devotees. This is an abundance. So that's why I'm a failure. I just can't chant. Externally, Namakshara Bahu hai, Nama nahi hoy. I cannot cry out. I cannot call out. That is not possible. I can chant, but I cannot call out. Pukaro. Pukaro, you know. In our advanced party, our Sri Chaitanya Prabhu says many times, Pukaro. Pukaro. Our Ishwara Prabhu also, if you have seen him, he says in Hindi, Pukaro. Pukaro. Radhe. He's very highly, you must have seen, all of your experience. Huh? So, Pukarna, calling out, is not possible. The lips will move, but holy name will spring from the lips, but will not be able to spring from the heart because of ourselves feeling high. That pride comes before a fall. So one will experience fallen condition as soon as one is proud. In fact, pride itself is fall down, that is subtle fall down, and what follows is a gross fall down. So he's saying that by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, even a person born as the lowest of men can spread the science of devotional service. Not only he will be a highly accomplished, successful devotee in his own life, but he will be able to spread the glory, the science. Science itself, very educated people, very intelligent people can understand science in one sense, isn't it? Like in commerce, science, and arts. Many times arts means all love affairs, boys and girls, lowly boys, like that is a assumption, and it's maybe to some extent true also. But then the commerce, okay, but science means science. This will become scientists, pure science. IISc is the height, BSc, MSc, IISc, and then this side they may go for engineering or whatnot, science stream, or for that matter they may go for medical science and all that. Science means like that. So who can explain science? Not only knowing science, but then spreading the science. As soon as you start spreading anything, people will counter question, counter argue. What is this? What is so great about this science? So he spreading the science is not joke, but he will be able to do, though he's a low born, who cannot even touch the word science, cannot even write it, but he can spread the science because of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That another verse, in the first verse only of one chapter, he says, what is that beginning? Dushkaram sukaram bhavat. Kathanchana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet. Vismrute viparitam syat Shri Chaitanyam namamitam. Kathanchana smrute yasmin. If one just remembers once Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kathanchana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet. That which is most difficult to do, perform, dushkaram, sukaram bhavet, becomes very easy to perform. It just becomes a cakewalk. That's why brahmachari should in particular remember Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, take firm shelter of the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because by him, because other vratas are there. Ekadashi is vrat, but one day only. Chalo, in a month, twice. In a year, hardly for how many? 54. That's it. Not a big deal. Just one day only, 24 hours. And that also allowed to eat what you call non-grains and beans. Apart from that, you can eat so many. In Marathi, there is saying Ekadashi and Duppat Khashi. On the day of Ekadashi, you eat twice as much because grains are not there. Na? Grains, this much you eat, maybe fulfilling. But this much varai, not fulfilling. So you take double, triple, 10 times quantity. Then you feel okay, chalo. Like that. So Ekadashi is not a big deal. And then there may be a month like Kartik. Okay, chalo, 30 days in 365 days. Not a big deal. Chaturmas, if somebody does, okay, 120 days. But brahmacharya is not for 1 year also. It is for whole life. Many times we expect on our birthday, at least people will say, Jiveta Sharada Shatam. May you live for 100 autumns. Or at least I should live up to 75, 80, 85, 90, something like that. And if we have to live so long and we join as brahmacharis in young age, going all the way 50 years, 60 years down the line, not a joke. So many insecurities may haunt us. What if when I become old, who will take care of my body? Will there be personal servant or somebody to look after? And then what if lust is this and that? So many insecurities. So that's why in the scriptures it is said to be Brahad Vrat, Kartik Ekadashi Vrat or Kartik Vrat, Chaturmas Vrat is a short term. But Brahad Vrat is brahmacharya life. So very difficult to maintain, continue. But by Mahaprabhu's mercy, it will be cakewalk. It will be damn as a thing in life. But we have to seek his mercy. And today only our Shri Sachinandam Bhagwan Prabhu sent me one lecture transcription of His Holiness Radhana Swami. You have it? In that, he says it was 69th lecture in 1996. If you have it, you can show. So there Maharaj says that Yuga Dharma is Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam Ayo Kevalam. But that Yuga Dharma translates as chanting, serving the Vaishnavas. The more you serve the Vaishnavas, more Lord will empower you to chant the holy name. And the more we offend Vaishnavas, more it will be difficult to continue. It is as it is transcription. Huh? Where? Here. Okay, so he says, what is the goal of chanting the holy names? There are so many beautiful stories of the glorious attributes of Vaishnavas in this regard. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was always trying to see within everyone the means by which they can be elevated in Krishna consciousness. This is an advanced devotee, and this should be our aspiration, and we should perform our sadhan with this in mind. As we have said, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has actually explained that the Yuga Dharma, which we say is the chanting of the holy names, that is the Yuga Dharma. But what is the goal of chanting the holy names, congregational chanting of the holy names? To develop an attitude of real service for Vaishnavas. And what is the means by which we can properly chant the holy names? To develop an attitude of humble service to Vaishnavas. So the Yoga Dharma, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Namaiva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva 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 Gatiranyata, is to serve the Vaishnavas in such a way by which we will attract Krishna to appear within the holy name when we chant, and to chant the holy names in such a way that it will awaken a sense of humility and servitude by which we can properly serve the devotees. Because when we please Krishna's devotees, we please Krishna. This is 69th lecture of His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj from 1996. The title is Glorify Devotees in Spite of Our Ego. So ego does not allow to glorify devotees. We think very high of ourselves. Who is he? Muff. So even in the mind, we say, I don't care. This is very dangerous. We are destroying our ability to chant the holy name. Any kind of aversion to any Vaishnava. There may be mistakes, there may be faults, all that. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti hi eko mahan guna. Kirtana deva Krishna. And devotees are chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we just can't afford to last at any devotee. It's very dangerous. Yesterday I was telling, even if a great sannyasi is there and he criticizes a neophyte devotee, he will fall down from his position. That kind of statements are there in the scripture. He is a sannyasi, so elevated, and that devotee is just a neophyte, and he criticizes, sannyasi will fall down. So one cannot. That shows that one is not practicing bhakti, because bhakti's carrier is humility. The Vahan is used, vehicle is used to go forward to a destination. So our destination is Golok Vrindavan, and we want to move forward in that direction, not backward. So we are sitting in the vehicle of humility, then only we can move forward towards Golok Vrindavan. Else, impossible. That's the carrier of bhakti, humility. He says, Phalavanta Vruksha Ara Gunavanta Jan Namrata Se Tahara Swabhava Anukshan. Before defeating Digvijay Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to his students that the trees laden with nice ripe fruits and people with very nice good qualities, they at every moment exhibit humility. At every moment, anukshan, moment after moment. That means there is no moment in his life, in their lives, when they are not humble. Humility is the most important quality. That is bhakti. Humility is bhakti. Okay, so here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorified by his mercy. Even the lowest or low-born is able to spread the science of devotional service. We are all already spreading the science to whatever capacity. So we need mercy of Mahaprabhu all the more. We have to beg for it. Without begging, we won't get it. We have to remorse for not being able to chant properly. I have been reading Japa affirmations also simultaneously with some other books. So part 2 of His Grace Mahatma Prabhu. So in one of the affirmations, there are 20 there. He says that what is most important in chanting is not just to chant, but to feel remorse for our inability to chant properly. That remorse will help us to be able to chant properly. You are not able to chant properly, no problem. But you don't have remorse about it, a big problem. There should be remorse. Oh, what is this? I'm a third class person. So many years I have been hearing so many glories of holy name. But sorry state of affairs. Tatra Dara Niyamita Smaranena Kala. So he, I think, quotes this second verse of Shri Shikshastakam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that all your energies you have invested, O Lord, in each one of your names, and they can be chanted at any time. Any holy name can be chanted at any time. But I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for these holy names. Seconds are passing by, minutes, hours, days, months, years, decades. But my attraction to holy name is not awakening. I'm rather becoming more neglectful. So remorse should be there. If that is not there, then one cannot advance. One has to feel. And how we feel when we hear great souls, when we see them in action. When we see them in action, Vapu, and when we hear them, Vani, in both cases, we'll feel, my God, this Prabhu, this Maharaj, or this Mataji is so elevated, so much attraction they have for holy name, so much the mouth is like filled with the glories of holy name, and so much they continue chanting. And I am such a rascal. 16 rounds also I don't chant properly. So their Vapu and Vani association will inspire us to become humble at least and feel remorse. Then we'll be qualified to be able to chant. So very important that we associate with great souls. So next second verse. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nitya Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Third, Etha Gaude Sanatana Ache Bandip Shale Shri Rupa Gosaira Patri Aila Hena Kale. While Sanatana Goswami was imprisoned in Bengal, a letter arrived from Srila Rupa Goswami. So you all know when he took sick leave, then after some days, the servant was sent by Nawab Hussain Shah. I see why Sanatan is not getting cured. Is the royal physician taking care of him, administering medicines or not? And the servant went there. He saw Sanatan is nicely surrounded by 10-15 brahmanas and nicely enjoying reading and speaking from Bhagavatam. Then he reported to king. King said, what? But then he thought maybe this fellow God knows what. So he personally came with all his ministers and servants. Everybody rose from their seats because king is representative of God, Nrudayu. And then Nawab was shocked. He said, Are Sanatan, how can you do like this? You seem to be quite fit. And so you please come now for the work, Prime Minister's job. He said, No, I want to continue Bhagavatam and all. He said, No, you cannot. And I have put so much trust in you. How can you do like this? You're like my younger brother, and I have entrusted entire Bengal to you. And so then he said, No. He said, Then I'll put you in prison. He said, Whatever you wish, you may do. And then he was imprisoned, I think 17 months or so. He was imprisoned. He's which Manjari? Lavang Manjari? Lavang Manjari from Golok Vrindavan. And he's in prison. Many of us have not gone to prison. Maybe prison ministry preaching we might have gone. Outside we might have, but he's inside. And when he was in the jail, that time this letter came from Srila Rupa Goswami. 4 to 15 talks about Sanatana Goswami's endeavors to escape the jail. Patripaya Sanatana Anandita Haila Yavana Rakshaka Pasha Kahite Lagila. When Sanatana Goswami received this note from Rupa Goswami, he became very pleased. He immediately went to the jail superintendent, who was a mediator, and spoke as follows. Tumi eka jinda pira Mahabhagyavana ke bhava Korana Shastre Ache tomara jnana. Sanatana Goswami told the Muslim jail keeper, Dear sir, you are a saintly person and are very fortunate. You have full knowledge of the revealed scriptures such as the Quran and similar books. What he knew of Quran, hopefully he knew the spelling of Quran. But this is how one should be expert in speaking also. Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj, not our, His Holiness Prabodhananda Saraswati Maharaj, but that time our uncle of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami from South India. He became follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he says that we should go to the person's house, knock the door, and as he opens the door, should pay full obeisances and then glorify him. Sir, you are such a very learned scholar and all that. And now, please give up all your nonsense and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So one should learn to speak sweetly. How many of you are successful in speaking sweetly? No, brahmacharis means there has to be bitterness. Sadhus, cutting, will cut everyone's attachment. So we cannot speak sweetly. We should be able to speak where it is required. Where it is required cutting. In the classes, we can speak in a cutting way. But on personal basis, we should be very sweet. Like that. Prabhupada won the hearts of so many Vaishnavas. If you read the book, Our Srila Prabhupada, A Friend to All. How many of you read Her Grace Moola Prakriti Mataji's book? 4 devotees. It's a very nice book. I recommend you can read it, maybe having 300 pages around. Not such a big book. So worth reading it. You can know many details which are not mentioned anywhere in Lilamrit. And a very unique descriptions. How Prabhupada would daily chant 1 lakh Harinam, even as a Grahastha. And how his interactions with many other acquaintances, God brothers, how friendly they were. With Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, what all details, these are not mentioned, I believe, anywhere. And that Mataji, Har Grace Moola Prakriti Mataji, did 25 years of research. I don't know where she was staying, in West, she was saying. But every time she would come to Vrindavan, she would go to all the friends and acquaintances of Prabhupada and take interview. And people will counter question, how you wrote this. So she recorded everything through audio lectures, Miss Tep. She recorded 25 years around. And then unfortunately, by the time the book was getting published, she left her body. So her husband and another Mataji, they combinedly printed it. One amazing book. It's one of my most favorite books as far as Prabhupada's pastimes go. Yes. Yeah. Favorite book, no? Yes. Soft copy. Yes. Okay, take it, no problem. But we recommend you all, please read it. That's why I said it's hardly 200-300 pages. not a big book, but powerful book. Hmm? Hmm. Hmm. Yes, yes. Yes. Very amazing. How loving, affectionate, amazing pastimes are there, which you will not get to read anywhere else. Worth reading it. So we have sufficiently advertised. Hope at 4:30 you will go out and find out where the book is available. Like that. Okay. So here he says, Dear sir, you are a saintly person and are very fortunate. You have full knowledge of the revealed scriptures, such as the Quran and the similar books. एकवंदी छाड़े यदि निज धर्म देखिया संसार है ते तार मुक्त करे न गोसाया. If one releases a conditioned soul or imprisoned person according to religious principles, he himself is also released from material bondage by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is purely spiritual preaching from the scriptures. So, will this work? One is smile. So, how he uses all the tactics you can see, the smile and glorifying. So, then now, purely spiritual philosophy. In the purport proper says the jail keeper could not deny that he was a learned scholar, because when one is elevated to an exalted position, one thinks oneself fit for that position. Nobody will feel so much problem if you glorify them more than their status. Somebody has done BS and you can, sir, you have done MSc and postgrad this thing doctorate. It's amazing. He'll feel wow. Like that. But if he's BSc and you say, no, sir, you have just completed 12th standard, I heard, and you're about to take a admission in college. I said, what? Fool you are. You don't know. So, so glorifying little more is not a problem. So he's being glorified here. And then philosophy is also spoken. पूर्वे आम्ही तुम्हारा करियाची उपकार तुम्ही आम्हा छाडी कर प्रत्युपकार. Sanatana Goswami continued, previously I have done much for you. Now I am in difficulty. Please return my goodwill by releasing me. So we can ask the Dati. Now time for Pratigranati also. So Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed, everything is being used. पांच सहस्त्र मुद्रा तुम्ही कर अंगीकार पुण्य अर्थ दुई लाभ हईबे तुम्हारा. Here are 5,000 gold coins, something most tangible. Isn't it? Some grass, cash, gold coins, 500, 5,000. Oh my God, 5,000 is a big amount. In his whole life, I doubt whether he would be able to earn so much. But he got it here directly. Please accept them. By releasing me, you will receive the results of pious activities, punya, and gain material profit as well. Thus, you will profit in two ways simultaneously. In future also, because this is dharmic activity, it will lead to artha. Dharma leads to artha. Religion leads to economic development. Those who don't have faith in religion, they will go for illegal means, outside, breaking the legal laws, etc. But those who know, they know this is dharma will lead to earth. So that's why I put some 5 rupees in the hundi box. In return, you'll get 5,000 rupees in future. This little long-term investment, but it will double, triple, 10 times you will get. So he's saying dharma also will happen, and that way you will get earth also. But still, he's giving him direct earth only, $5,000 directly. Thus, you will profit in two ways simultaneously. तबे से यवन कहे सुन महाशय तुम्हारा छाड़िब किंतु करी राज भय. In this way, Sanatana Goswami convinced the jail keeper, who replied, please hear me, my dear sir. I am willing to release you, but I am afraid of the government. So what is most impelling factor, we don't know, whether $5,000 likely, but otherwise Sanatana Goswami has done so much favor to him, every time getting salary every month, and so many other things he must have done. So that or whatever, now just humanly nature, it will become very pious activity, etc. But the fear is there. Not that Sanatana Goswami could not foresee this fear. He knew it, but he wants him to speak. So now he spoke it out also. I'm willing to release you, but I'm afraid of the government. Rajabhay. Because he's a small man. If any one person anywhere gets a clue and tells the king to Nawab Hussain Shah, you know, sir, this one, he released Sanatan Goswami. Finished. On the spot, his head will be cut. There only, without a second thought. So, life threat. So, he expressed his fear. Sanatana kahe tumi ना कर राज भय दक्षिण गया छे यदि लौटी आवो लौटी आवो याय ताहारे कहियो छे बाह्य कृत्य गेल गंगार निकट गंगा देखी झाप दिल. Sanatan replied, there is no danger. The Nawab has gone to the south. If he returns, tell him that Sanatan went to pass stool near the bank of the Ganges, and that as soon as he saw the Ganges, he jumped in. So amazing. So we should be able to give ideas like this wherever it is required. अनेक देखिले तार लागना पाइल दाडूक सहित डूबी कहा वही गेल. Tell him I looked for him a long time, but I could not find any trace of him. He jumped in with his shackles, and therefore he was drowned and washed away by the waves. So what was told earlier was not enough, because immediately Nawab would have said, hey, come on, you did not search for him. You could have. So he said, I searched for him for a long time, but could not find any trace of him. Mostly because he was bound up by shackles. And he could not swim. So he drowned, died. किछु भय नाही आमी ये देशे ना रह दरवेश हयामी मक्का के याइब. There is no reason for you to be afraid. Still there may be some amount of fear. So what is saying? No reason for you to be afraid, for I shall not remain in this country. So na rahega baas, na bajegi bansuri. No fear at all. I will be leaving this country. I shall become a mendicant. That means I will grow beard. Even the appearance won't be detectable. Appearance will change. And I will be out of the country and go to the holy city of Mecca. Altogether so far. Nawab will never go there because he's so attached to ruling. He will not reach there. So done. तथापि यवन मन प्रसन्न ना देखिला 7,000 मुद्रा तारा आगे राशि कैला. Sanatan Goswami could see that the mind of the meat eater was still not satisfied. He then stacked 7,000 gold coins before him. Haribol. How much now? 12,000. Haribol. So much amount. How lucrative is the proposal, isn't it? All ideas are given, everything is safeguarded, and now money will be most alluring because the Shudra, wealth and women are very attractive to Shudras. Still, life is more dear than wealth and women. So if life is going to go, then he may hesitate. So, okay, chalo. I'm safeguarding your life by all those ideas, and here are 7 more thousand gold coins. So 12,000, big amount. The whole of his life, he may not be able to earn so much. So, Lobha haila yavanera मुद्रा देखिया रात्रे गंगा पार कैला दाडू का काटिया. When the meat eater saw the coins, he was attracted to them. He then agreed, and that night he cut Sanatan's shackles and let him cross the Ganges. Shudras will be more attracted. In fact, I heard that one brahmachari, though he joined as a brahmachari, not here, maybe somewhere else, but somehow because he's a very qualified person, his boss in the company was telling, why are you leaving job and all? You're so qualified and all. But anyway, he joined, but then the boss had his number and was keeping in touch. So now also you can come back, and all that. And I have good offer for you, something very big amount, because you're a very intelligent person. Huh? अच्छा ये नहीं, लेकिन afterwards he was not settling properly in ashram, so he left. And boss said, come. I was always saying that why are you leaving on the first place? Now come. And he joined that company afterwards. So we should not have any material connection in that sense. Or if at all, we should preach to him, what wealth you are earning. This wealth will be not going with you. Earn the wealth of that world. That is, what is that? Daridra Jivan. What is the beginning? प्रेम धन विना व्यर्थ दरिद्र जीवन दास करी वेतन मोरे देह प्रेम दान. In 28th chapter of Antilila, last chapter, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu elaborating on Shikshastak prayers. So he said that prem dhan vina, without the love for Krishna, vyartha, life is useless. Daridra is poverty-stricken life. Daridra jivan. Das kari, O Lord, make me your servant. Vetan more, and give me salary. What salary? Deha prema dhan, love for Krishna, Krishna prem. So like that, we should be able to preach to your boss, Miss Annie Brahmachari. Sir, you please give up the company and join here in Brahmachari Ashram. We are having some more rooms coming up. You can definitely join here, like that. So one should not get carried away by anyone's preaching. Ahead now, 16 to 33 is about Sanatana Goswami's encounter with a landlord, and in that his travels through Patada and Hajipur. गढ़द्वार पथ छाड़िला नारे तहा याइते रात्रि दिन चली आइला पातड़ा पर्वते. In this way, Sanatana Goswami was released. However, he was not able to walk along the path of the fortress. Walking day and night, he finally arrived at the hilly tract of land known as Patada. So he is using proper techniques, tricks. एथा एक भौमिक हय तार ठाई गेला पर्वत पार कराम विनती करिला. After reaching Patada, he met a landholder and submissively requested him to get him across that hilly tract of land. Sei bhuar sange haya, sei bhuar sange haya hat ganita भुआर काने कहे sei jani ei katha. A man who was expert in palmistry was at that time staying with the landlord. Knowing about Sanatan, he whispered the following in the landlord's ear. Here landlord was there. How many of you heard innkeeper was there? In hotel. I don't know, where is that version then? Somewhere. But here it is landlord is said. Ihar athai suvarnera अष्टमोहर हया शून्यानंदित हुया शून्यानंदित भूया Sanatane kaya. The palmist said, this man Sanatan possesses 8 gold coins. Hearing this, the landlord was very pleased and spoke the following to Sanatana Goswami. Ratre parvat para kariba nij lok diya bhojan karah tumi randhana kariya. The landlord said, I shall get you across that hilly tract at night with my own men. Now just cook for yourself and take your lunch. Eta boli anna dila kariya sammana sanatana asitabe kaila nadi snana. Saying this, the landlord offered Sanatan grains to cook. Sanatan then went to the riverside and took his bath. Dui upavase kaila randhana bhojane Rajamantri Sanatana Vicharila Mane. Because Sanatan had been fasting for 2 days, he cooked the food and ate it. However, having formerly been a minister of the Nawab, he began to contemplate the situation. He's very intelligent. We should be able to analyze any situation like that. Ei bhuya kene more sammana karila etachinti sanatana ishane puchila. As a former minister for the Nawab, Sanatan could certainly understand diplomacy. He therefore thought, why is this landlord offering me such respect? Thinking in this way, he questioned his servant, whose name was Ishan. Tomar thai jani kichu dravya achaya Ishan kahe morathai sat moharahaya. Sanatan asked his servant Ishan, I think you have some valuable things with you. Ishan replied, yes, I have 7 gold coins. Shuni Sanatana tare Karila Bharsana Sange ke ne aniya cha Yayi kala yama. Hearing this, Sanatana Goswami chastised his servant, saying, "Why have you brought this death knell with you?" Death knell means before killing a criminal, means hanging him around the noose. So they would ring the bell, announcing that now this person is going to get killed. So anybody hears the death knell, so then understand somebody is going to get hanged now. He will lose his life. So money is like that. It's a death knell. So saying, why have you brought this death knell with you? तबे से ही सात मोहर हस्ते ते कोरिया भुयार काछे आया कहे मोहर धरिया. Thereupon Sanatana Goswami took the 7 gold coins in his hands and went to the landlord. Holding the gold coins before him, he spoke as follows. Sanatana Goswami personally gave him. Ye sat suvarna mohar achila amara iha laya dharma dekhi parvatakara para. I have these 7 gold coins with me. Please accept them, and from a religious point of view, please get me across that hilly tract of land. राजबंदियामी गढ़द्वार याईते न पारी पुण्य बे पर्वताम देह पार करी. I am a prisoner of the government and I cannot go along the way of the ramparts. Ramparts is गढ़द्वार याईते. हाँ, okay. Oh, to go openly on the road by the ramparts. That is embankment or fortification wall. So he has to go secretly. I am a prisoner of the government and I cannot go along the way of the ramparts. It will be very pious of you to take this money and kindly get me across this hilly tract of land. Bhuya hasi kahe ami জানিয়াছি पहिले अष्टमोहर হয় তোমার सेवक आंचले. Smiling, the landlord said, "Before you offered them, I already knew that there were 8 gold coins in your servant's possession. Toma mari mohar laitam. Toma mari mohar laitam. Ajikar ratre. Bhal haila kahila tumi. Chutilan pap haite. On this very night, I would have killed you and taken your coins. It is very good that you have voluntarily offered them to me. I am now relieved from such a sinful activity." He is happy without killing the whatever customer or whatever. He got gold coins. So if you see the 8 gold coins he knew and 7 he got, but like majority he got. So whatever 90% or something he got. Santushta hailan ami mohara nalaiba punyalagi parvatatoma parakari diba. I am very satisfied with your behavior. I shall not accept these gold coins, but I shall get you across that hilly tract of land simply to perform a pious activity. His whole how pure devotee the association is. If your truth brings forth truth, because he was truthful, Sanatana Goswami presented him absolute truth. So he also understood the eternal truth is earning wealth of that world or piety than impiety by killing this person or all that. गोसाई कहे के ह द्रव्य लईबे आमारी आमार प्राण रक्षा कर द्रव्य अंगीकरी. Sanatan Goswami replied, "If you do not accept these coins, someone else will kill me for them. It is better that you save me from the danger by accepting the coins." We already lost 12,000 gold coins. 7 or 8 we might not like to lose. So just for journey requirement. But Sanatan knows very well that this kind of situation may repeat. I might be killed because of these 7 gold coins. Better give them off. तबे भुइया गोसाईर संगे चारी पाई कदिल रात्रे रात्रे वनपथे पर्वत पार कैल. After this settlement was made, the landlord gave Sanatana Goswami 4 watchmen to accompany him. They went through the forest path for the whole night and thus brought him over the hilly tract of land. Now Sanatana Goswami sends Ishan back. Tabe para hayya Gosai puchila Ishane jani shesha dravya kichu ache toma sthane. After crossing the hill, Sanatana Goswami told his son Ishan, I think you still have some balance left from the gold coins. How much? One only. So Sanatana Goswami immediately, when that person said, I came to know that your servant has 8 gold coins, and here Ishan had offered him 7 only. So in one sense, Ishan is not truthful. He is not revealing, and he is still attached to money, thinking that money will save him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Sanatana Goswami just told him, leave this place, go back. ईशान कहे एक मोहर आछे अवशेष गोसाई कहे मोहर लैया याह तुमी देश. Ishan replied, I still have 1 gold coin in my possession. Sanatana Goswami then said, take the coin and return to your home. Now 36 to 44 talks about Sanatana Goswami's encounter with Shrikant Sen in Hajipur. That I also don't know, but his servant, I don't know what kind of servant, whether he was at home, he might have been servant, because from jail there cannot be a servant. He is a prisoner. Sanatana Goswami must have been very faithful. Sanatana Goswami must have sent message, something he must have done, by which Ishan came to know the master is escaped, and he might have joined him, something. Shame. He
understood the mission of Guru, but he didn't understand the mood of Guru, and he gave this example. That's what I faintly remember.
Yeah.
So he was saying that it was kept for Sanatan only.
Yeah, that is understood.
It was not like for himself.
No, that is understood. When I said he is attached to that, it is required for master service, like that, not for himself. That is understood.
And another thing I want to ask about this sweet speech, Prabhu. Here in this context, it appears that he's dealing with outside people who are completely materialistic, and he has a goal to do. So when it comes to our dealings among the devotees, so there also the same principle applies.
Yeah,
of sweet speech.
Generally, we should speak sweet only. Where it is required, sweet means, not sweet means, teacher will have to speak. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, ma bruyat satyam apriyam. Prabhupada says in 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I think. No, sorry, 14th chapter, no? This verse is. This is in 14th, I think. Huh? 17? Okay, 17. That Anudvega Karam
authority of speech.
17. Okay,
austerity of speech.
So there Prabhupada says this is not applicable for teacher. Teacher can, if required, he has to speak. Not exactly harshly, but bitter truth. He'll have to correct the disciple, student, etc. But otherwise, we should be sweet spoken only.
So
that is very important.
That's what even Haridas Pandit is one, because of
he has all 26 qualities.
The garland, or I think something special was there. He was Haridas Pandit.
Yeah, he's the head priest of Radha Govind temple.
Radha Govind.
Yeah.
So there it is mentioned. I think Gauranga Prabhu often quotes that verse, that Maha
Vaishnavera gunagrahi na dekhaye dosh kaya mana vakya kare Vaishnava santosh. So kaya, mane and vakya.
And the next verse says about what you said now is, I don't remember the first line. Second line is Madhur Vachan, Madhur Cheshta, and something Mahadhir. Some like that 2-3 verses are there.
Body, mind and words are perfectly acting. So words have to be sweet, and the body always oriented to serve Vaishnavas.
You want to, because you are here there from so many years, actually it's very inspiring. So you have any example for us to associate with people who speak very sweetly, because it's not so easy.
Vishwaru Prabhu, very sweet spoken. I see him very sweet spoken. Sometimes he may be a little angry because he's my senior. He chastises me very lovingly, but otherwise very sweet. How many of you agree? You have interacted, Vishwaru?
I got one chastisement from him, but most of the time it's quite sweet.
Yeah, yes. Any other in Pune? I don't know.
Any you example so that, because
actually, I cannot be that example. Somebody,
to give any example.
I can
remember one that is here.
Yes. So he's very
Sanak
nice.
Sanatan Prabhu ki jai.
Sweet Swapan. Yes. So we'll,
So-
we'll try to emulate his behavior. It's difficult because we have to remain late night awake to see whether bus party everything is wound up or not, and we have to get up before all the devotees to start cooking and all that. Draupadi, you can see, she was asked by all the queens of Krishna, how we have one husband, difficult to please him. You have 5 husbands, how you? So she said all that. I sleep after I put them to rest, and I get up before them, and all their requirements I keep them ready. And when they are out, I don't dress myself nicely. And when they are in the town or place, palace, then I dress myself very nicely for their pleasure. So like that, one should always think of the master and prepare himself physically, mentally, and verbally also. Then it's very pleasing.
Today only one of my well-wisher friends, he was saying that, I fear, he took 2 of our devotees' name. One of them is myself and one more devotee. And he said, I fear you,
Maybe I
and
myself.
he was very sweetly. No, it was not you.
Okay,
So, but he was very honestly, sensitively saying, and I understood. It's like, but it's very difficult, Prabhu, to actually speak sweetly.
If you are associating with sweet people, you will be sweet. You have to know, you become what you associate with. Now that doesn't mean that I am harsh or whatever, so that I am associating with the harsh people. No, I am associating with nice people, but I am not associating with their nice qualities. So I am not becoming sweet like other devotees. So that is there. One has material desires in the heart, then he cannot be sweet, because my way is highway. I am better than you. My requirements have to be satisfied first. So you cannot be sweet then. You'll be harsh only. But if you keep others in front and yourself in background, my needs later, first others' needs, then it is easier. So bhakti in itself, bhakti is everything. We practice bhakti. Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma krita hoy, not just becoming sweet. That is anyway done. That's a side product, byproduct. But apart from that, everything else also will be done. Shubhada, all auspicious qualities will develop if one chants properly. Kleshagni, one will have no personal difficulty. And Shubhada, he will be decorated with nice saintly qualities. People will be attracted. Titikshava, Karunika, Suhrida Sarvadainam, Ajata Shatrava, Shantaha, Sadhava Sadhu Bhushan. So he's decorated with all nice qualities. This is external, but then next Kapil Dev says internal. What is that? हाँ मयि अनन्येन भावेन भक्तिं कुर्वन्ति ये दृढाम् हाँ so this should be internal. External he is telling first, but then without that internal, his external will be just a show in one sense. It cannot be manifest properly. It will be kind of imitation or not having substance. Substance is in the next one. Maya Ananya, he is focused on Krishna. So when you know Krishna, then all others you see in connection with Krishna. That is 4.35. You approach a self-realized future master through submissive inquiry and serve him. Then he imparts knowledge because he has seen the truth. So what knowledge he imparts? What is that next? 4.35. By which you can see all living entities are in me. They are mine. They are my parts and parcel. So you treat everyone as Krishna, meaning Krishna's part and parcel. Krishna only has come before me. How Krishna comes in front of me? How will I behave? Now I am giving class. Now Krishna comes, Vrindavan Chandra. Immediately I will stand up. I will prostrate myself and say, Lord, but I will be doubting whether he should be made to sit on this chair. This is contaminated in one sense. At least we will put some cotton, some nice cloth on this, and then we'll make him sit. And then garland. Now this is one garland. To bring fresh, what to do? Mataji's might will rush there. So many things we will do. So like that we have to treat everyone. In general, we are servants of everyone, particularly Vaishnavas. And in specific, whosoever in front of us, we are his personal servants. If you have this concept, this understanding, then you will be very successful in pleasing anyone who comes in touch with you. And bhakti has to be there. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, if only you take this mission of Lord Chaitanya and spread it to whosoever you meet, then you will benefit, and all those who come in touch with you will also benefit. So bhakti has to be there inside, but externally it has to be seen in terms of you becoming personal servant of that person. You have to be. Like today morning, I interacted with one brahmachari's parents, so they were very disturbed like that. So till now, they interacted with many devotees, grihasthas, brahmacharis, everybody. So much heavy philosophy was spoken to them. My God, they were. So the brahmachari said, "This is what happened." I said, "Don't worry, I will not touch philosophy. I will only take care of them." So then we sat, and for 1 hour, 15 minutes, or something like, yeah, minimum that much. And I only heard them, and consoled them, and I begged forgiveness. Sorry, on his behalf, I beg forgiveness. And whatever damage happened, please forgive me. I am like your elder son. He's my younger brother, so accept both of us. And henceforth, now we'll do nuksan bharpai because they know Hindi. It's a compensation period now. So you trust on me. I gave my number. Take my number. I only said take my number. That means anytime they can call. And I said I'm coming to your town, both the towns, temporary town here in Nasik, and in Bihar also I will come because I travel all over India. So I will come and we'll have program and all that. So everything. Then their son's phone came. Then I talked to that son also. He was speaking English. He's Navy officer. He said, "What is this? What kind of behavior you people have? Is this sadhu? What this? And this is what is." I said, "No, please, I beg forgiveness, and we'll compensate now." So I pacified him, and a lot of things. So we have to become their personal servants. Then it becomes easy. Other, if you think, who are these? These are not even chanting one round, and I am a 16 rounder brahmachari in NVCC Pune. I'll smash them. Anything you say now, say your argument, and here my counter argument. See how learned I'm in scripture. Smash you fully. Then, then they will not like that. And then what happened? I told him call on my number. My mobile was in the locker here, and we were there. So then he called. So after I reached the temple, I mean the ashram, and I saw there was no missed call there. So immediately I called that brahmachari saying, "Hey, your father mistyped something other number. I did not get missed call. So tell him, give him my number." So he called, father called. So I said, "Okay, sir, save this number. That maybe you mistyped. So some other number." So I made sure he can connect with me anytime. He can call me. He can, all their feelings, I allowed them all blurting. How many times झूठ बोला है पूछिए, कितने कितने सब झूठ सब बता दिए अब तक, जितने जितने झूठ सब कुछ A to Z they told like that. So then अभी सब कुछ हो गया, अभी वो शांत है क्योंकि कुछ और बताने के लिए ही नहीं, सब incidents everything was told. So then like that, and their concerns when he becomes old, what will happen. So don't worry like that. So if you become personal servant of the persons, then you can be appreciated. However, if you think I am superior to them, then it won't work. On behalf of the Lord, we act as friends of people, but we don't take a superior role as says Surudam Sarvadehinam, it is said. Not that he takes a boss role. Krishna is friendly. Bhoktaram Yakitapasam, Sarvaloko Maheshwaram, Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. He's a friend of all living, heart to heart friend rather. We cannot be so close, but still on his behalf, if we become friends of people, people will appreciate. Who doesn't like a friend? How many of you like friend? Yeah? If you get a nice friend, it's kind of like your frequency, what they call Sato, Snigda, Sato, Sajatiya, Sato,
Satovara.
Satovar, and all that. If you get somebody like that or somebody better than that, means senior, we relish like anything. They are so amazing, senior devotees. They have such nice qualities. So why? Because they are in the servant's mood. You have heard many times the guru is the best servant. He always is in the mood that I'm servant of all my disciples, and they are thousands in number, and he thinks he is servant. That's why all the disciples are very pleased to accept such a highly qualified servant who is there for them. And because the desire to serve is there, these gurus are empowered to be able to serve. Because we don't have desire in first place to serve, then we are not ready, we are not able to serve. And if something more is asked, we say, no, how? अरे this is too much. How can you do like this? मैं भी एक आदमी हूँ भाई, मार डालेंगे इतना expectation से. No, because desire is not there. How can we serve? And most important foundational is chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. To the degree you chant properly, clear pronunciation, hearing attentively, and then eventually calling out and all, then you will be perfect servant, better servant at least to begin with. And then you will be able to serve more and more. Advancement in Krishna consciousness is nothing but how many devotees you have pleased and to what degree you have pleased them. Ask yourself, how many devotees you have served. Service is the way to please. How many devotees you have served, and by your service they were pleased, and how much they were pleased. To the degree we are not so advanced, we might have served one or two devotees. Just like I give example of our wife's life. In the college, he's there in the hostel. How many people he pleases? No one. But somebody facilitator or somebody goes and he shows compassion and says, "Oh, you're so nice, this, that." So he's happy. Okay, this fellow is very nice, and we invite him to program. He comes to program, and okay, these are okay like that. Still, his connection is mainly with one person. Preacher also he may appreciate second person. He serves preacher now. Preacher says something, chant one round, he accepts. Then he shifts in the voice in the youth center. Then now he has 15, 20 people and he's serving them. And so his service has increased to more people. And daily he's coming for morning program, sincerely something he's doing. So it is pleasing to devotees in the true sense, to the degree he has sincerity. So more devotees he has served, thereby pleased. And pleasure is more and more as the years pass by. Because increasing rounds, he's reading Prabhupada books, he's engaged now in preaching also. He's also getting some boys, follow up, this, that. So his is increased. And now he shifts in the temple as a brahmachari. Now here there may be 30, 40, 50, 100 people. And now he's serving them all. So his number of masters have increased and service is also increased because he's now full time. Earlier at least he had college, 7, 8 hours. He had to be going to college and be under those so-called masters who are materialistic people. And now all the time, what 24 hours he's doing, at least 18 wakeful hours, he's only serving other brahmacharis and congregation members. As he becomes matured, he's able to serve congregation members also, Prabhuji's, Mataji's. Because lust is not so much problem. So it's not a problem. He is able to take care of everyone properly. And then he gets more and more blessing. And he's pleasing to more and more devotees because he's going on chanting. The heart has to become soft. Chanting is Krishna. Krishna is the softest person in the creation. He's the most melting. His heart is melting so much for us. So anybody who is in touch with Krishna, more and more we are in touch with Krishna, especially through chanting. Then our heart melts seeing others. Parad dukkha dukhi is number one quality of a Vaishnava. He just can't tolerate others suffering. You are suffering, you don't even realize what all you are going through because so much you are overwhelmed by others suffering. Rather, you are experiencing so much bliss. Tadvirya gayana mahamruta magna chitta. Every time you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is like five gulab jamuns are kept in my mouth. I want to enjoy all are very sweet, but it's too much. But they're soft anyway. I can crush them all, and it's such a relishable experience. So you're enjoying life, and then your heart is crying like anything, seeing others suffer. So then everybody is ecstatic to associate with you because you are very pleasing, humble servant. Who would not like to have servant? Now, if somebody comes, like I had my not servant, associate, my assistant. Such a nice pleasure is there. Hopefully, at the beck and call. Bro, what do you want? I did your regular service. Anything more? Anything to arrange program and all. So such a nice pleasure. Wow. And we'll take care. Everywhere I go, I call the devotees who cook for me. I say, "ये मेरे अन्नदाता है." And I tell also in Hindi, "हे मेरे अन्नदाता, तेरे बिना कुछ नहीं भाता." He can ask him because he makes laddu for me. He has served me also for months together. So His Grace Krupa Sindhu Trivikram Prabhu. So every morning 4 o'clock I has to keep running, bringing the hot milk with ghee etc. to that matchless gift stall morning 4 o'clock. So he has done it all. So I tell him many times, "Hey mere annadata, tere bina kuch nahi bhata." Without you, nothing is relishable. I wish I could have you, but he's now highly elevated. He has conquered Shanwar Wada now. So he's a big soldier of Maratha army. So anyway, so the point is, if you become servant, you are highly pleasing. So the point is, are we chanting properly? If you chant properly, you become servant because we are begging for service. More and more service you are begging. How will you not get service? You will get service if you really mean it, and you will do it because you had been begging, isn't it? So, like if I ask now, anybody has any question, and now somebody says, "I have a question." I know, sorry, bro. I'm fallen soul, or I don't have time. I have so many other appointments. Why did you ask in the first place that anybody has any question? And so likewise, we are every morning saying, "Oh Lord, please, 2 hours saying, give me service, give me service, give me service." And immediately after that, some service, oh, sorry, what is this nonsense? पूरे दुनिया में मैं ही मिला क्या? Is there nobody else? Temple has so many brahmacharis. Why are you catching me? Huh? Go to somebody else. Nonsense. Don't you know? Lord, you said, what nonsense you are. You have been saying, give me service, give me service, give me service. And I give you service and you say sorry. So we have to mean what we say. The service has to increase. If it's not increasing, you know, His Holiness Tamakishna Swami Maharaj asked, what is the secret of your successful sannyas life? He said, I always went on increasing my service to Srila Prabhupada. In Prabhupada's time itself, we know to what extent he served. Unimaginable. Nobody could do anything in any particular thing. Prabhupada said, call Tamal, he will do. And sure enough, he would be called, he would do it. Everybody else failed, he could do it. And that was Prabhupada's time. After Prabhupada left, he ever kept on increasing service. So by the time he left the world, you can imagine the amount of service he might be rendering that time. So we have to increase, and the age will grow and our bodily capacity may go down, surely. But because of your, this is on spiritual platform, because of your spiritual strength, which you get by chanting properly, your ability to serve more and more Vaishnava will increase. And they will be pleased. You can see all the sannyasis, all the gurus. Now His Grace Sankashna Adhikari Prabhu is coming from 18th of November till 2nd December or so, 15 days around. We'll have a nice association. So you can see how they are pleasing so many Vaishnavas. That daily he writes how many mails? Some 100 plus, something like that. And answering them so much. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, when he was with stroke, His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu says, when he went in the hospital ICU, and he saw Maharaj was doing something like that. And he was wondering, it is not exactly chanting. What is that? He is in coma and something like that. So he was telling that Maharaj had been replying his disciples' queries through mobile or whatever, like that. So he is, whatever, hours together he would be doing that. So even in coma, he is kind of answering. So on divine level, spiritual level. So you can imagine how much he is eager to serve. I have seen him practically very closely in Pune Yatra when he came after stroke. One devotee said, Maharaj, I don't feel appreciated. He was into tears. Now, what has he got to do with some followers of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj? And he personally underwent stroke. He was hospitalized, not allowed to come out. He has come all the way to Pune from Bombay. And he's into tears. He said, oh, Prabhu or Mataji, please forgive us in case you did not feel appreciated. It is our duty. Oh, devotees, please make sure everybody feels appreciated. Nobody feels neglected and all that. And he was into tears. And I was wondering, what is his problem? He's wonderfully going on. He has thousands of disciples. Why is he bothered? But he feels all ISKCON devotees are Prabhupada's children. And on behalf of Prabhupada, it is my responsibility to make sure everybody is appreciated and all that. So the secret lies in serving, in chanting Hare Krishna. The better you chant, more you chant, better you chant, in the true sense, then you will get service, you'll be able to please Vaishnavas, and everybody will appreciate you. In fact, everybody has to become Guru also. Amara Agya Guru Ayya, Tari Desh, Mahaprabhu's direct order in one sense. So, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and that incidents. Thank you so much.
Which incident?
The morning which happened, which
Achha,
you narrated.
okay.
Thank you so much. It's so nice happened.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
you all
much
make
for
sure, first we have to become servants of more and more Vaishnavas, and then personal servant. Personal servant is most difficult. To be a personal servant of one person is most difficult job, because he'll have so many needs, so many demands, so many requirements. How many of you served as personal servant to some degree to some person, some devotee? Yeah, very good. Those who did not get that opportunity, make sure you get it somewhere. If not for many days, maybe 3-4 days, a week or two. It's a very nice thing. And then eventually your capacity has to increase. Everybody who comes in front of you, he's your master, he's your customer, as they say. And how much you customer satisfaction is very customer service, and through that customer satisfaction, that much you are considered accepted as sweet spoken person. Okay.
I had another question, but I am afraid of asking now. But I will.
Personally,
you will be there, I know.
Yeah.
But if other devotees, I don't know.
Yes. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai,
Jai.
Srila Sanatan Goswami ki jai,
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bo.
And those who wish to leave, you can leave. I'll just answer his question.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, second one is about you really revealed that actually this Brihad Vrat is really serious thing. You know, all other vratas are for few,
Small, short-lived.
you know, 1 day, 2 days, or and so on. So, as I'm seeing myself, it's quite difficult.
Everyone has difficulty.
So, I remember you telling when I took that mobile for Yatra service, and you were sitting in front of me with another devotee, and you said that, you know, this is very dangerous. And 2 years have gone after that, and now I have taken this yesterday.
Yeah, most intelligent decision.
So, how do we deal with this? It's a very serious problem, you know.
Which problem?
Like we see something which is not supposed to be seen, and then we get
We have
distracted.
contamination, na? And we don't have attraction. Who was telling just yesterday or something? Prabhu was telling in Bhagavatam class. Attraction to Krishna is required for something like forward journey. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
some attraction is there, that's why I'm here. Means there is no
but
problem.
how has that attraction developed? Because of service to Vaishnavas. Shushrusho Sraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi San Mahat Sevaya Vipraha Punyatirtha Nishavanat. By serving great souls,